Hello everybody and welcome back to our channel. My name is Terrell.
And my name is Brendan.
And we are
BNT Reacts. And today we are reacting to a true story animation of a guy being breastfed at 16 years old. Parentheses, share my story. And this is by Cubs Scout.
What the hell? You know I'm being breastfed at 15 years old. What the hell is going on with this? And it's a true story too. I don't know how I feel about this one.
We're getting meta today because we're reacting to reaction.
Yeah, but yeah, we are reacting to a reaction. But I've never even heard of Cub Scout though, so I don't know. Who this guy is on YouTube or whatever. But this story definitely sounds interesting, so I'm definitely interested in reacting to this alongside him. No, but we did reaction before. Like we did Correezy. Correezy does she reacts to things while she talks too, but she reacts to things at the same time. So, but definitely interested to check this out nonetheless. So let's just get into this craziness. Let's watch.
Hey, I'm Jay from the Cub Scouts, and welcome back to another episode of Share My Story videos. I am making another episode of this because some of these videos are just really bizarre. Like, take a look at this one, for example. Look at the thumbnail. Without even knowing what the title of this video is, you'd think, well, actually it says stepmom pregnant right there. Well, you know, it doesn't actually say how she got pregnant, but the title here...
I was about to say, did he get his stepmother pregnant? What the?
No.
The title here is so ridiculous that you just have to do these things, you know what I mean, guys? Like, you have to react to these.
What channel is this?
I don't
what?
know.
And you're just like, I gotta know. So we're about to check it out right now because cool that you dealt with that. Everybody get ready and buckle up, because here we go.
My dad's a total jerk, and not even good looking.
That escalated quickly.
So how come he was able to marry Lexi, a stunning model who's been on the cover of Vogue and dated several famous football players? Well, we live in South America, and my dad made lots of money taking backhanders.
That's probably why he's lazy, I'm just saying.
Yeah, he was a corrupt politician who was giving government contracts to whoever paid the biggest bribe.
Oh, really?
That's why we lived
You just spent all the beans on your dad.
Government salary was less than $50,000 per year. How do I know all this? Well, my dad told me. He even tried to recruit me. He said I'd make lots of money. But I refused and told him that millions of people were living in poverty because of corrupt politicians like him.
Ooh, tell him,
Of course,
son.
he got
Tell him, sonny
angry
boy.
and yelled at me to be grateful for everything he'd bought for me.
Not the Gucci.
The real victim was Lexi anyway. After she got married to my dad, he treated her horribly. He'd make her dress in revealing maid costumes and ordered her to cook for him or clean the living room.
We over.
He seemed to get a kick out of having power over her. Okay, maybe you think Lexi deserved
What the
it.
hell?
I mean, she only married Dad.
I don't know.
But she always seems so
Who
sad.
knows? Who knows the real answer?
One day, I found Lexi crying. I asked what was wrong.
All right,
She
here we
told
go,
me my
guys.
dad had screamed at
How
her for
he got his
hours and
stepmom
said he'd kick her out if she annoyed me. I said I was sorry for how my dad was treating her. But suddenly, she pushed me back, straddled me, and started kissing me all over.
What the hell? Lexi is trying to...
Whippersnapper is, if you feel like you may be a whippersnapper, cover your eyes right now because Lexi is about to get a sexy.
He whispered, "Show me how a real man treats a woman."
Oh.
I should have walked away. But having a gorgeous model come onto me was the best thing that had ever happened to me.
This is so weird.
I heard my dad walking towards the room. Lexi laughed and told me I had lipstick all over my face. I panicked and jumped behind the couch to hide. Dad came in and sat next to Lexi, saying, "I've got a business trip this weekend. There'll be..."
You couldn't call her and tell her that? You had to actually barge in and sit down and say, I have a business trip this weekend.
Plenty of security guards around to keep an eye on you, and they'll notify me if you try to go anywhere.
What the hell?
I recommend you don't make another mistake.
Oh, hell no.
Now give me a kiss. Oh, I wanted to throw up.
Child, it's like Mariah Carey and Tommy.
Tommy!
Right.
Of course he was. He married her. He was probably plowing her like a December snowstorm way before you even kissed her like that.
Oh,
Are
honey.
you joking me, my guy? You don't think that they would have done anything like those weird noises that you're hearing from the room? They're not jumping on the bed.
Gross! But after he
I love that
left,
face.
Lexi and I started kissing again. It was such a rush because I knew it was
disgusting.
wrong. And I'd
That
never
is
even held a girl's
disgusting.
hand before, and now I was making out with a supermodel. You'd have done the same if you were me.
No.
I don't know. If it was
No,
my
Lexi
stepmom,
kinda
yeah, I
predatory.
probably would.
Lexi got a
When my dad
predatory.
found out, he would kill us. But I couldn't keep my hands off Lexi.
Yeah, you were
And you weird for doing that to your fathers.
Whenever Dad went out, Lexi and I hooked up. Even though she
Partner.
was older than me, we fell in love. I gave her the kindness and affection my dad wouldn't. But then, Lexi fell pregnant. There was no doubt I was the father because it happened during one of my dad's business trips. Of course, we didn't tell my dad. He thought the baby was his. And after my daughter, Haley, was born, my dad became even more of an ass. He told Lexi she was fat and threatened to give Haley away if she continued screaming. Wow.
What the hell?
She was just a baby.
Oh, that father is
I
trash.
thought about running away, but we didn't have the money. And my dad would have found us anyway.
The animation
The only way we'd be free was if my
That
dad
is nice
died
animation.
or went to jail. So, I came up with a plan.
You wanna
I
kill him?
told my dad I'd changed my mind about helping with his business deals. He was so happy. He said he'd never been prouder of me. Over the next few weeks, I went with him on business meetings with various companies.
Actually, you know what? Now that I'm watching this video, the more I realize that the son sucks. Like, this son
Yeah,
is an asshole of sons. Like, he is on the top of asshole.
You are terrible just like your father.
Yep.
All y'all terrible.
Because one, his dad, yeah, he might not be making his money the most legit way, but he's like, hey, Sonny boy, come over here and sit on Papa's lap. I'm gonna give you some money.
And the son knows that it's bad too, and he's like willingly signing up for it.
I don't want to make money. I just want to bang out your wifey.
It was shocking how open they were about bribing my dad and how much money they were going to make. They wouldn't have been so open if they'd known that I'd planted hidden microphones in Dad's office.
This kid
I
sucks.
was recording
I
every
hate this
word
guy.
they said.
I want to punch him in his chin.
After a few months, I had enough evidence to send my dad to prison for the rest of his life.
What?
But I had an even better idea. I decided to blackmail him.
And taking over the company.
Now, this man's wife, aka his stepmom.
And he just gonna become his father.
Wow.
That was the hardest conversation of my
Actually,
life.
bribing, I mean,
I'll never forget my
blackmailing,
dad's
right?
face when I told him, she's not your child. He said, what? I said, Haley, she's not yours. I got Lexi pregnant while you were away on a business trip. My dad laughed. That's the best joke I've heard in a while.
They ain't joking.
But I just glared at him and said, Haley's mine. Lexi and I are leaving today and taking her with us. We won't let our daughter grow up around a monster. That's when Dad realized I was telling the truth. He shoved me up against the wall and snarled, "You think you can sleep with my wife and I'll just let you go?" I pushed him back and said, "You treat your wife and my daughter like servants, and we're not putting up with it. I've got hours of recordings which prove you've been taking bribes. If something should happen to me or my family, one of my friends will send them to every single journalist in this country, as well as the cops,
this is
and
really
you'll go to
well thought
prison
out.
for the rest of your life." Dad's face went red. He was so angry, he punched a hole into the wall. But he knew he couldn't touch me. An hour later, Lexi, Haley, and I left my dad's house. We took his favorite car and $50,000 and moved into a hotel.
$50,000 in
I
cash?
thought we had plenty
And
of
his
money,
favorite car?
but we didn't.
Might as well
Lexi
saw off
was
his
used to living
balls
in
and bring it with
luxury,
you too.
She hated the cheap hotel we stayed in. After just 3 months, she'd spent all our money. She told me she couldn't survive.
Get rid of
with
Lexi.
this, and said she'd find someone else if I couldn't give her everything she wanted.
What?
But how was I
Everybody
supposed to
in
do
this
that?
is scum,
I didn't have a
and-
job.
Lexi
I
is
was
a
barely
gold
out of
digger.
high school. So
You were barely out of
I
high
went back
school?
to my dad and demanded $5 million.
Stones
I
on this
knew he
guy.
could afford it.
The stones.
He laughed in my face and said, "Oh, I knew you were just like me. Didn't you say you wanted to earn your money legally?" He was right. Maybe I wasn't any better than him. But I didn't care. I couldn't lose Lexi.
This guy is
Let go,
sick.
let her go.
I know you have the money. Give it to me. And my dad replied, "I'll give it to you tomorrow at noon. But you'll have to promise me you'll never ask for money again." I said, "Deal. I promise."
Guys, what the hell's that? Why is this lady...
It's like a Mona Lisa, but like she's holding the.
Wow, it actually worked. Dad gave me the money,
Bitch.
and I could buy everything Lexi wanted again.
Wait. Now the cat is on the other side and she's looking the other way? What is this?
We moved to a better hotel, and we were happy for a while. But over the next few months, I began to see why Lexi had married my dad. She was incredibly shallow and only cared about money.
Right.
Yeah.
She a
Oh,
gold
she was
digger.
still the hottest woman I knew. We had nothing in common, and she refused to act like a proper mom. One day, we had a big fight. I told her she was dressing like a tramp, and I didn't want her going out with Haley looking like that.
She had the same outfit on she had when you
Said,
was
"Do
when
you
you
think
was
it's
doing
fun
things. What you
staying in all the
made?
time with a little boy like you?"
Ooh.
That night, I slept on the couch, and when I woke up, the safe where we kept our money was
Oh.
gone, and so was Lexi. I was left with Haley, but no money to take care of her. I had no choice but to go back to my dad to get more money.
This guy said
Promise.
on this video, he's crawling back to daddy. Might as well suck on his nipples.
To ask for more money. I said, I don't care. Lexi stole everything from me. Just give me $1 million. That'll be enough for me.
Dude, that's
really
$5
You're
million.
getting all this money, you keep wanting more now.
Come on, bro.
This will have consequences. I didn't know what he meant, and I didn't care. He gave me the money, and
That's
I drove
blood
back
money.
to the hotel Haley and I lived in. But a few days later, when I went to Haley's kindergarten to pick her up, they told me her mom and grandfather had picked her up already.
Ooh.
My blood ran cold. A few minutes later, my cell beeped with a text from my dad. It read, "Come to my house. We need to talk." I didn't want to go, but I had to make sure Haley was safe. When I arrived, Dad was holding my daughter in his lap. She was sleeping, and well, he said, "So, my son, the tables have turned.
What the hell?
Damn, this is
Don't
getting
play your
interesting.
games anymore. Your daughter and Lexi will live far away from you. They'll be safe as long as you don't publish any of the recordings." I begged and pleaded. "Don't take my daughter. I want to live with her. I'll give you back the $1 million if you'll just let me be with her." But my dad said, "You're lucky she's still alive. And since I'm feeling generous, I'll let you see your daughter once a year." I looked at my sleeping
What?
child. She was so beautiful. I wanted to hold her tight and never let go, but I knew I had no choice. So I went back to my hotel.
Why do these stories keep
I
taking
realized
these
I had
weird
$1 million
zigzaggy
and
turns?
almost every
Right.
freedom in the world. Life wasn't too bad, even though I missed Haley like crazy. That's why, over the next few months, I apologized over and over to my dad, hoping he'd change his mind. But he wouldn't. Since I didn't see Haley very often, she barely knew who I was when I visited her once a year. I took lots of photos of her while we were together, but she always looked sad and never called me dad. Seeing her like that broke my heart. She deserved better.
Like, who the hell did you
I was
sway?
desperate to do something. But
Bro,
since
this
I
story
couldn't
ain't over
use the
yet?
recordings I
Yeah,
had,
Yeah, I'm
Long
tired of
story.
this.
Like, you already
the more I
took the
thought about
fattest
it, the
L.
only solution
done.
I could think of
What
was
could
if
we
my
I thought we was getting a story about somebody breastfeeding.
I'm not saying
Yeah,
That's a whole-
this is it.
He was always surrounded by bodyguards, guys who'd been in the army. I wouldn't stand a chance against them. But one day, my dad was assassinated. No, of course, it had nothing to do with me.
Yeah,
but
it had nothing to
it
do with
solved
him,
all
you
my
know?
problems.
You know what I mean?
I got my daughter back and inherited
So
all
they just,
my dad's
okay,
money.
he did that.
The only one who was left with nothing was Lexi. She came to see me and begged me to give her some money. I asked her, why should I give money to someone who stole from me? She replied,
What did you do with all that
"Because
money,
your dad
girl?"
took all my money away from me, and I'm the mother of your child." Wow. In the end, we agreed I'd pay her a small allowance as long as Haley lived with me. I hate giving money to a selfish woman like her, but at least I have my daughter back, and that's all that matters to me.
Okay, well, I don't know why, but don't these stories...
That one was awful. I'm tired of everybody in that fucking thing.
And it's actually real.
It was bizarre. Like, it just had so many twists and turns. Like, what the hell?
That was dumb.
They life was like a soap opera. Like, what the hell is going on?
So then maybe we could just be like, oh, okay, that makes sense. But watch this dude be the most butt-ugly ass kid that we've ever seen this side of the Mississippi. And then the girl's not even a supermodel. She's just like your run-of-the-mill model. I don't know. Okay, guys, don't ask me why I'm watching this, but I'm a little curious, and I know you guys are too once I tell you the title of this video. It is called I Am Breastfed at 16. My man's is about to have his driver's license sucking on mom's nipples. So let's check this out.
Hey, I'm Chris, and I've always been very close with my mom.
Yeah,
I guess it's because my dad left us when I was a baby.
That doesn't mean you gotta suck on your mom's tits till you're 16, but you know what? Teach their
Yeah,
own.
that's
Our favorite activity was
strange.
her breastfeeding me.
That's your favorite activity? It's like, Mom, I'm bored. Can I suck on your...
But on my 10th birthday, she asked me if I wanted to stop doing it. I was shocked and started crying because I loved drinking my mom's milk.
Boy,
It's much better than cow milk.
boy.
Even though it starts off a bit watery, after a few seconds it gets really creamy.
Whoa, what
That's
gets
why I
creamy,
told her
bro?
I would
Stop
never
it.
stop drinking her milk. And to this day, every morning and every evening, my mom comes into my room. I guess the only weird thing is that
Not every morning and every
The only
evening.
weird thing is that you're 16. No, bro, you just weird in general, like super weird.
I
Both of y'all
actually
weird
know
as
it was
hell.
strange to be breastfed as a teenager because my mom homeschooled me until 8th grade. After that, I went to a public school. And when I asked one of my classmates if he'd rather drink milk from a cow or from his mom, he started laughing because he thought I was making a joke.
No, he's serious.
I don't think it's something to laugh about. I mean, what's wrong about being breastfed as a teenager?
What the hell do you mean? What's wrong with that? That's nasty
list
shit.
of why sucking your mom's boobs is beneficial. You know what? I'll suck your mom's boobs if I can get strong immunity, lower risk of allergies and sickness, optimal brain development. Oh yeah, give me that titty right now.
There are lots of health benefits, and I have a really close relationship with my mom because of it.
No.
The only thing I wish is that my mom was less overprotective and less involved in my life. I often feel like
that's because she only wants you sucking on her
She
titties.
won't let me play soccer with my classmates because she is worried about me. And when I meet up with friends at a mall, she wears a wig and follows us.
Right, look. She's like,
It's super annoying.
I'm the only titty you can suck.
She just like pops out of nowhere and just starts giving the titty.
She doesn't allow me to go outside at all. She says it's for my own safety, but I think she's just jealous when I'm hanging out with my friends because she doesn't have any friends herself.
Ooh.
And if I should ever get a girlfriend,
Why is handsome
my
Squidward
mom would
on
probably
the
go
thing?
crazy and try to destroy our relationship. Because I don't think she could handle sharing her son with another woman.
Right.
But isn't it a normal part of life to become independent of your parents? To move out and start your own life and
Not
your
you.
own family? Well, I know it will break my mom's heart, but as soon as I go to college, I will move out of her place.
If she lets you go to
I
college.
haven't told her yet, but I already made the decision. Her style of parenting already made me become the weird kid in school. Because whenever something happens that I don't like, I just start crying or screaming. I know it's immature, but I can't help it. My emotions just take over.
It's because of the breast milk, man. It's the breast milk.
Like one time a classmate of mine took a potato from my plate and ate it. He knew I would get upset about it. But he probably didn't expect what I did next. I got so mad that I threw the rest of my plate into his face, and then I started screaming as loud as I could.
I wouldn't have did that.
Cafeteria.
Because I would have been mad that he took my food. I wouldn't have threw my other food in his face because I would have just wasted my own food. But I would have been mad.
It was the most pathetic moment in my life. And now everybody thinks that I'm a complete weirdo. I actually blame my mom for me being so immature. She homeschooled me until I was 14.
Yeah,
and I never had any other kids to play with. So I never learned the rules of how to interact with other people. I guess she is scared of losing me and wants me to stay immature, so that I'll never move out of her home. That's why I recently told her I wanted to join the military once I turned 18. I was just joking, but she almost had a heart attack and started begging me not to do it. She said it's too dangerous for a little boy like me. I got angry and wanted to tell her I'm not a little boy anymore, but then she offered me to play hide and seek again, just like in the old times. It's a game where my mom hides somewhere inside our house, and once I find her, I can drink her milk as a reward.
This is too weird.
I'm done.
This is too weird. You found me! Here's your titty!
No. Stop.
Yeah, this is weird.
Bro, are you serious? They're playing hide and go suck my tits? Really? Oh my god, this freaking kid, dude. He's so surprised that people think he's the weird kid in school, but he playing hide and go suck my fat tits with his mom. With his mom. Not with a girlfriend. Not with one of his friends that might have man boobs, but his mom. He is
No, that was a little weird too. His friends that have man boobs.
He's actually playing hide and go teeth.
We hadn't played this game in years, so I got
insane.
really excited, and we ended up playing for hours.
He's just like, found ya. Found your mom. Oh, there you are hiding on the table, Mom. Give me those titties. I don't even know what I'm saying right now, man. I hope my neighbors don't hear me.
It felt so good and comforting, because it was just like in the old times. But afterward, I realized my mom had tricked me into being a little boy again. It's all a part of her selfish plan to keep me immature. Anyways, for the next 2 years, I will continue to live with my mom, and I'm not planning to stop
Don't
breastfeeding
show that. Don't show that.
I simply enjoy it
Grown
too
ass
much.
man on the boobs.
But I do know that at some point, I need to grow up and become independent of my mom. Because right now, I'm a pathetic weasel that can't even take care of himself.
That's an
So
understatement.
if I ever want to have a wife and kids, I first need to become a mature and reliable man.
You ain't never getting mature.
Anyways, thank you for listening to my story. And please subscribe to this channel.
Okay. That was actually really good. That was actually really entertaining. A good story.
No.
I feel like I believe it. Let's see what people say. Use me as a what the fuck did I just watch for you? It was time for Thomas to leave. He had seen everything. It starts on water and it gets creamy. Everyone, no one get the food.
That was funny.
He has to breastfeed because his dad never came back with the milk.
So we just laughing at the comments.
Yeah,
These comments are so gold. It was the most embarrassing moment of my life, dude. You literally drink mom titty milk.
So we gonna skip ahead a little bit because he's just laughing at these comments, and I don't want to sit here and look at him laugh.
yeah.
Alright guys, but that's gonna do it for this episode of...
Alright, so basically that's it. We could have just ended it right there. What did you think though of this? This, I don't even know what this to call. I don't even know what to call this. What did you think of this?
I don't know. The first one
was a mess.
That one
Was a damn soap opera.
The first one just made me frustrated with everybody involved, and the second one, I didn't even think it was funny. I was just over it. Like, I'm tired. I don't want to watch, not this guy, Cub Scouts, but the channel that he's watching. I don't want to watch that channel. I don't care about it. They can go home. Like, the people, if these are true stories, they can just stay in their lane. You can live your life. People want to watch it, can watch it. It's not for me. I did not think any of these were... The first one was just making me enraged, and the second one, I just was like, this is just not... I don't need to know this. This is too much information for me.
I'm definitely, I don't know, I'm on the opposite end. I'm very interested in this channel now.
I don't want to watch this
I'm all
channel.
into like bizarre stories like this, the drama, give me all the drama, give me all the craziness. I'm here for it. Definitely interested in watching more of these videos. It definitely was nice to watch this video, I'll say, with someone like him, because it definitely made it more interesting and fun to watch it with, because it's like, okay, we're not the only ones that think this stuff is crazy. Like, we have someone else who's watching that actually think this stuff is crazy.
I think most people think it's crazy.
Yeah, but sometimes some people might not, so you never know. Like the people that was creating the story, like the people who was, they said these are true stories. So the people that were living through the stories didn't think it was crazy as well.
I guess.
Nonetheless, these were just bizarre. The first story was just a whole soap opera, and I was here for it, honestly. It had me twisting turns. I didn't know what the hell was going on.
That first one was a mess. Like everybody was.
But
just
I loved it. The second story was a hot ass mess. You too damn old. I did a lot of cursing in this video, and I'm look. You too damn old to be sucking on your mama titty.
How does the mom still produce breast milk?
Like I don't know, but he too old to be doing that, and something a little off for her. She want her little child to be doing that to her.
She just probably replaced her need for the husband with the son.
Yeah, some off
I don't
them.
want her to grow up.
I don't think you ever gonna marry nobody. I'm gonna be real honest, because you tell anybody that story, they gonna be out. Real quick, you ever tell me that story that you was sucking on your mom's titty till you was 18 years old?
He honestly, like, he needs therapy. Like, he needs, man needs therapy. Very bad.
There's no relationship, no friendship to move forward with this.
He needs therapy. Please.
You a little off for me. I'm blessed, but thank you. What the hell? I'm talking about playing hide and go seek, and when he find her, you get to suck her teeth.
That was disgusting. I did not. That was so dumb.
I will say this is by far one of my favorite videos we've ever done.
No. Oh, hell no. This is not even close to me. This was like...
I love this video. It was a whole mess.
Only Meat Canyon has been worse than this video, but it's pretty...
Alright, but...
No, I did not. It's not even, like, funny. Like, I didn't even think it's funny. It's just like, ew.
I'm laughing. She said, let's pay angles.
No, that's not funny.
If you find me, you get the meal.
That's disgusting. Like, can't you just picture it? Like, that's disgusting. I don't want to think of that.
Because he was so happy about it. He was like, yeah.
It's sad. He literally needs therapy. Like, it is sad.
I just not thinking about it. I'm gonna keep laughing. Alright, that is all for this reaction. If you like it, please make sure you give it a thumbs up. Make sure y'all hit that subscribe button and comment down below for more videos. Please, more of these videos. If y'all seen Cub Scouts videos like this and there's some more bizarre ones, please, just go ahead and drop them because look, I'm ready for it.
No. And make sure to follow us on our social media, Instagram and
this
Twitter.
Wasn't that bad. Like, this wasn't on the level of meat cannon. These stories were weird, but like meat cannon is like...
The stories were weird. I don't think they're as funny as apparently everybody else does.
It's very, but it's not like funny, comedy funny. It's like cringy funny. Cause you like, this shit really happened. Like, you would never think this happened. So this is like bizarre. But alright, that is all for this reaction and we're out. Bye.
Bye.